I'm Veronica, one of the designers.
Anya, the retail sales manager.
Yeah, so please stay tuned. As I said, there's going to be a giveaway, just like we did for Mother's Day if you were around for that live. So we're going to be talking about some of our favorite Father's Day cards. We have a pretty diverse collection for you.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. So let's wait for a couple more people to tune in. Let's see. We're going to be answering questions in the chat the whole time too. So definitely feel free to ask questions or anything else you'd like us to talk about. Feel free to say in the chat. I see Lynn's in there. Hi, Lynn. I also see Hun tuned in. Hi. Hun. Our #1 fan, the Quilling Queen. So yeah, we'll wait just a couple more minutes for some more people to tune in, and then we'll get going. We also have updated a few of our Father's Day cards, so that's exciting for this year for some of them to be revamped a bit. Maybe we should just go for it.
Sure.
All right. Do you want to pick one of your favorites to talk about first?
Sure. So I think dads are really hard to shop for. Anyone else? I don't. It's just me, but they can be challenging to shop for. So we tried to pull a variety of cards for every type of dad. Different personalities, different interests, hobbies, stuff like that. So one that I am particular to is the guitar card and also our drum card. If you can have that one. Thanks. So my husband's a musician, and so that's why we always go with rock and roll or music themed cards for every occasion. And it's also something that he shares like with our son. Our son is also into music, and they can kind of do it together. We joke about having a family band. So that's a card that I think is great for the musicians and rock and roller in your life.
Yeah, we do have an entire collection of all different musical instruments. So there's definitely, if you have a dad who's a drummer, we have one for that, where we also have trumpet, saxophone,
accordion.
Yeah, we have a good variety of all different musical instruments. So if your dad's a musician, that's always a great option. And that's something he could always frame and put in his studio, his like recording studio or something. Be a good collectible piece. So for anyone just tuning in again, I'm Veronica, one of the designers, and this week I'm here with Anya. So we're really excited to share some more Father's Day cards with you. So we just talked about our musician dads, but a lot of dads are also sporty. So we have quite a few different options for like more of the sporty dad. Fishing is a really popular hobby with dads. I know the Father's Day fishing has like a cute little son and dad in a boat, which is really nice, and that was just updated with a watercolor background. So I think that elevated the whole design. It looks really nice. And then we also have another fishing option card, which is the Gone Fishing, and that has that bright green fish on the single fishing pole. And these two would look great together if you wanted to put them side by side in frames. I think they'd look really nice in our silver shadow box frame. So that's always another option. I know my boyfriend does a lot of fishing with his dad, so he's going to get him that one this year. Make sure you're staying tuned till the end and ask us any questions you might have. We're going to be here for a little bit, and stay tuned for an exclusive giveaway. So feel free to ask questions about quilling or the cards in general, or if you don't know which card to pick for your dad, maybe we can help you decide. Just feel free to drop us questions and comments. All right, what should we talk about next?
I'm going to pull out this Happy Father's Day tie card. So I know ties are the traditional Father's Day gift. And at this point, a lot of people are kind of over ties, and even especially working from home, maybe you're not wearing ties as much, but we still wear them for special occasions, I think. So if you're gifting a tie, this would be a good card to go along with that. Or in lieu of an actual tie, you can give this instead. It's got the images of the ties on it. Personally, I have a connection to this card because my dad was an avid tie collector for years and years, and I have his collection of ties that he gave to me. and it's hundreds of ties. And I just love looking at all the different patterns and even the styles, how they change over the years. Skinnier and then really wide in the 70s. So I'm really personally attached to this card, and I think it's a great choice to gift with a tie or instead of a tie in a frame.
That's awesome. I love that story. We also have some of our more traditional dad cards. We have the superhero dad and the
Gentleman dad. I like to call it dapper dad because of his little mustache.
Yeah, these are both really cute options as well. The little play on like a superhero Superman dad, I think, is always
really I
cute.
think these are good ones for kids too, or like giving from the kids. Or...
Yeah, definitely. And it's also important to keep in mind, like, you can give Father's Day cards to your grandfather or your uncle or a friend who's a dad. I know my family's pretty close. My uncles are kind of like other dads to me, so I usually get them a little something for Father's Day too. So it's important to keep in mind all the dads in your life. All right, and make sure we're here for any questions, so please feel free to ask us questions.
Or you can tell us about your dad and what they might be interested in, and see if we can find a card
that'll
work for you.
Yeah, and we always, if you have ideas for a card that you think would be great for your dad, we always love to take design recommendations and ideas so we can get you the perfect card. So we're already working on next year's Father's Day cards, actually. So we're going to have a lot of great stuff next year as well. And, we're this one.
Definitely. So this is the motorcycle card. A favorite of one of our co-owners. He is very into motorcycles and boy toys, as we call them. And then this one has a lot of really nice detail. I love how the quilling does the motor parts and all the parts of the bike. It's very detailed and a cool car for the motorcycle enthusiast in your life.
And I love how there's the little hidden wolf in there, which is just a little nod to the owners whose last name is Wolf. I think that's pretty adorable. All right, let's keep going. How about golf? I know a lot of dads play golf, and especially this time of year is when it's getting to be the most popular for golfing. So this is another great option for Father's Day. There's a nice background showing the course and the quilled golfer, which is really nice. And this, again, would be really great to frame and put. I know some people collect golf clubs and have all different kinds of golf memorabilia and things. So this would be a great addition to that as well. Feel free to ask questions, guys. We'd love to hear from you. And in the chat, you'll see that we're posting all of the links to the cards we're talking about, so you can always go on our website to view even more photos of them or details about them. And we have a lot of different things about how the cards are made and how we're fair trade. So I'm sure most people are aware, but in case you're just learning about us recently, all of our cards are handmade using the ancient art of quilling. So this is a art that actually started in ancient Egypt, but all of our cards are handmade in our fair trade workshop in Vietnam. And you hand coil these strips of paper to create different kinds of shapes. So I by no means am a professional quiller, but you release the coil and you shape it into whatever shape you need to place it directly into a design. So it's a very time-consuming process. It's definitely a labor of love. It takes about an hour to hand make each and every card. So we're really passionate about the process and the art.
It's a great mindfulness tool too to practice because of the repetitive motion, and it feels cool to do it too.
Yes, definitely.
Twist it.
Your appreciation for it gets so much more once you try to do it yourself. It looks so easy when you see like someone else do it sometimes. When you actually try to do it, it's a little trickier. It takes some practice. but it is a great hobby. I know we said that these three looked really good together. If we want to talk about those next. So for the outdoorsy dads, we have our tractor and farm truck. So I know some dads really pride themselves on their landscaping in their yards. So this might be a great option for some dads. And Anya made the observation that the three of these actually look really nice together, and I'll have that kind of outdoorsy theme with a lot of greens and yellows. So we were saying that it might be even nice to use our triple window frame for this. Makes a really nice piece for Father's Day. And this can be displayed either horizontally or vertically. So this is a really great option for Father's Day as well. You can play around with all different combinations of cards. You could do a completely bird theme, all like sports themed. You could really play around and get creative with what you combine. That would be perfect for your dad. And this comes in both silver and gold. This is the gold one. So the silver is really nice too. Yeah. All right, make sure you're staying tuned. There's going to be a giveaway. All right, so I really do love these trucks. And we also have the tractor in red, too, actually. I like them both. I can never decide between the two of them. All right, we have wood duck we talked about a little bit, right? The last one we have is the river canoes, which these are really beautiful. It combines that watercolor background by our artist Ren with the Quilled 2 canoes. And this, it is like a winter scene in the background, but it really does sell year round. It's a very beautiful card. And this looks really great in our frame. So you can see there's a lot of line work in the boat combined with the solid quills and that watercolor background. It really is beautiful. And I love the reflections in the water.
It's just a really peaceful scene too, looking at the sunset.
Great for dads who like outdoors, or you went on like a fishing or canoe trip or any sort of outdoor activity with your dad. I think a lot of dads like to do things outside. I remember my dad taking my brother camping and making him do the whole Boy Scout thing. So, yeah, that's another great option. All right, so is any questions? Make sure you're staying tuned. We're going to do the giveaway soon. All right, do you know which card you're getting your dad this year?
I haven't decided yet. Maybe the tie card. If you're watching right now, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I haven't decided. I think I got my dad the duck last year. Maybe the motorcycle this year? His motorcycle's still in the garage covered in cobwebs, but maybe we'll inspire him to get it out. So the giveaway we're going to do is our framed Two River Canoes card. So this is the last one we talked about in our silver frame. Makes a really great gift for Father's Day, or maybe you win and you want to keep it for yourself. We won't judge. You can do that as well. So we have that in the silver frame. We also were going to give away the Quilled Owl card, journal, the Quilled Owl journal. So this is a really great gift or something to keep at a desk or in a home office if they're still working from home. All of the pages inside are blank, so you can use it as a sketchbook, a journal, somewhere to just write down recipes, notes, anything. And I love the yellow border combined with the owl is really cute. We also have our sticky note cover. We're going to be giving away the anchor. So that's another great little gift item or home office accessory.
great talking piece in the office too, as people return to the office. If you have it on your desk,
That's a great idea, yeah.
it's really
And then I
nice.
love the little rope details, how they coiled the paper strip to make it look like rope on this. I love that. All right. Any questions? Feel free to ask. We're here to answer anything. All right. Do you want to try quilling the shape?
Yeah. It's my very first time. You're witnessing it live. No idea what I'm doing.
Okay, so you have to thread it through the little needle part.
Okay.
I feel like I need glasses.
I got it.
And you just kind of coil and roll it up. And then you can pop it off. And you release the coil to whatever size you want and kind of shape it to whatever shape you need. Then you take your handy dandy tweezers. You can place it into the design. We actually do sell DIY kits, so if you have a dad who's really crafty, maybe that would be an option for your dad.